come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. Now a second down and 6. Throwing, Jones. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And Jackson throwing once more. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And it's a fumble, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Oh, big hole right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Gus Edwards with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens 7, Browns nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off play action, Jones. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw, Jones. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They run with Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Hines. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Jackson. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Oh, good move. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there on the catch and run. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Browns 7. Justin Tucker to kick off the Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over a 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, he'll find Schwartz complete right side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Back 22, back 22. Hey, get in the weight room. 60 Bobcat. 22, he's coming, 22's coming.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, and flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Draymond Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Back to throw. Jones. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
On 1st down, it's Hines. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Jackson will throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Jones throw into the hands of Hooper. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught by Hooper. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
17, Browns 14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Dances by him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second and a couple. Jackson over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Jackson. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So what a turnaround to begin this second half. A touchdown and then the fumble recovery in quick succession.
It certainly feels like whatever was said at the half, it certainly struck the right chord because they've come out with a lot more fire here in this third quarter. Down 2 scores at the half. Now they're right back in this thing with a chance to capitalize right here.
The Browns drive about to get started. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And down he'll go at the 25.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing, Jones. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson on 1st down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Malik McDowell able to get him for a loss of about 3. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do him much good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Touchdown! Devin Duvernay. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Catch made by Slayton. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it fourth down. And Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on fourth. Here's Jones. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Ravens, they remain in